Hi, thank you for joining us for our Supporting Success webinar series this month. We are live from the Koha-US conference in Providence, Rhode Island. Nick and I have been talking with some of our libraries that are a part of this energetic community, and we're excited to talk about why and what means to them the importance of open source and communities.
We're excited to hear what they have to say and for them to share how the Koha community, the Koha-US community, and the open source community in general have helped them support their libraries and kind of help them grow themselves. Hi, Bob.
Hello.
So how has working with Koha-US helped you support your libraries?
It's been really great. The community is super supportive. I remember one time where there was a presentation I saw on jQuery that George Williams did, and I emailed him after it and was like, "Oh man, I think I have an idea." And within like an hour, he had set up a Zoom meeting with me and walked me through how to do my first jQuery.
Wow.
So like that was about as responsive as you can get. I don't always expect that level, but yeah, if you have generally a question and there's somebody who knows something more than you, they will usually be very generous with their time. And then I try to do the same when I can for others.
Speaking of George, who's now the current Koha-US Consortium SIG chair, you used to be on the thing.
Yep.
Talk about how the SIG has, which SIG is Special Interest Group, has helped your libraries.
So it is just a great place to share ideas. And we've had, as new consortia have come on, that's been a good place to get to know the people in those groups and understand what challenges they're facing. They're not always the same as what we're facing, but it starts those conversations, and that way we can collaborate sometimes on developments, and sometimes it's just talking through issues, and what may just be as like a sounding board. And then sometimes it's even more productive like that, like somebody has a fix.
Yeah.
Or you say, I really like your idea, I want to contribute to that. So I think that all the special interest groups have that, but for consortia, there's just unique challenges.
Yeah.
And so it's really good to coordinate a bit on that. And it sounds like for this conference, we're talking about doing some more coordination beyond even that special interest group and try to set up more regular meetings. So I'm looking forward to see what comes of that.
Yeah, that'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Bob, thank you for supporting Koha-US and the Koha community at large, and being such a vibrant member of the
Great
community.
group.
Yeah,
Always great to talk to you.
yeah. Thanks, Bob.
Sure.
Hi, Stephen.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi, tell us where you're from.
I'm from Ocean State Libraries.
And you migrated a little over 2 years ago. And tell us about your first experience with Koha-US.
My first experience with the Koha-US community was the Portsmouth, New Hampshire conference in 2023. Lots of enthusiastic and really smart people, especially a lot of people from Kansas for some reason.
And how has working with the Koha-US community helped you support your libraries?
I'd say the first time we tapped into the community was when we were having a problem with holds. We're a large consortium and we were having trouble evening out the balance of holds across the consortium. We reached out to Jason Robb, who's one of those consortium Kansas people. He introduced us to the transport cost matrix, which sounds terrifying, but isn't. And we've been smooth ever since. So thank you, Jason.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks, Jason. Just a beautiful example of being able to work with other members of the community to support your libraries.
And I look forward to more of the opportunity. And I was not paid for this endorsement.
Have a great conference.
Thanks, Stephen.
Thanks.
Thank you. Hi, we're here with Georgette,
Hi.
and she's going to talk to us about what it means to be a part of Koha-US.
It's a nice feeling of having a community and having people that when I have an issue, I can reach out to someone. As part of a special interest group of circulation, which is what I do, it's really nice to have that community, that if I don't understand something, I can reach out to others who are using the same product, maybe having the same issue. And it's important that we have that connection amongst libraries in the US and abroad.
You've been on Koha for 13 years now.
Yes.
So what does that mean to you?
It's important again that I don't have the issues that I had with the other ILSs that we've had. And when we do, we try and get an immediate fix. We have tech people that can help us. We have Bywater that can help us. We have others in our special interest groups or just out in the community that may have run into the same issue, or we're saying, hey, ours just isn't working, help. And somebody is out there to help, and that's a nice feeling.
Oh,
That's great.
so great. Thanks, Rojette.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're here with Rhonda. Rhonda, thanks for joining us. Talk to us about being a president for Koha-US.
Yeah, so being a president for Koha-US was a very educational experience on a lot of levels. I got to know a whole bunch of people in the community on a better level. And I also learned that I can do things that scared me at first, which was great. And just being able to work with the community and just see how everybody pulls together and just supports everyone. It's just a really positive experience, and I really enjoyed it.
And you've been working with the Koha community on the acquisitions rewrite, Act 2.0.
Yes. So that's the really fun thing about Koha is there's always progress being made, but with input from the community.
That's right.
That's the biggest thing that I think is so important, because sometimes proprietary vendors can upgrade things, but not necessarily have the input that you need. Where with Acquisitions 2.0, we've got people from around the world and from different types of libraries all giving input into the redesign of the product. And that makes it, what should we say, a library-centric kind of thing instead of a bottom line centric.
Yeah.
So
Very good.
Thanks so much, Rhonda.
Thanks, Rhonda.
you're welcome.
Hi, we're here with Fred. Fred, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me. Actually, I invited myself. But, yes, I've been on co-op since about, I think, 2013, and I'm one of the few people who doesn't depend on folks like this. I'm self-supported. I figured it out by myself, mainly by creating a system and breaking it and creating and breaking. I've probably broken more instances of co-op than pretty much most developers. And if you have a knack for computers and the time, you don't need a vendor. I've worked with, a lot of this was before the pestilence, so things kind of fell apart, but with libraries in Romania, Eswatini, Berlin, recently helped the library in Thailand. And I'm happy to help people. They're never going to get a line of coding out of me. But what I can do is convince people that Koha is a great system. If you want it to do something, chances are you can get it to do it. And we all sort of have a stake in it. So it's what we want, not what the vendor decides we want. I think what really tipped the powers that be where I am over the edge into acceptance was I presented them with a fully working Koha system, complete with bib records on an old computer. And I said, yeah, get me a slightly more powerful server and I can actually run this thing and save us. I think we were paying $10,000 a year.
Wow, it's incredible.
Yeah, thanks so much. I really love to hear too that you can be involved in the community without doing development. It's
Yeah.
not all about code, it's about the people too.
Yes. And keep saying, no, we're not a cult. Probably not. But I think we are more enthusiastic about Koha than some places about their proprietary systems. Let's
Yeah.
leave it like that.
Yeah. Thank you for being a part of this community.
Thank you for welcoming me.
Hi, Nikki. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. So this is your first Koha US. Tell us about your experience.
Yeah, this is my very first Koha US conference. I've actually only been working with Koha for about 3 months. And being at this conference has really opened my eyes to kind of what an open source software can actually do for libraries and how enthusiastic the community is surrounding Koha and enthusiastic about everything that they can do to specialize it for their libraries.
So you said you've just been working with Koha for a few months. So can you talk about your first experiences with Koha?
Yeah, it's been interesting because I come from a background, obviously, of kind of proprietary software, proprietary ILS. And so the idea of looking at the system and going, well, shouldn't it just do this? And then you realize, well, I mean, it can do that.
Yeah.
But it takes the community, because it's open source, and it doesn't take paying a company necessarily, or having to ask permission to kind of do the things that you want it to do.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, Nikki. We're
Yeah.
so glad to have you in the
Thank
community.
you so much.
Very welcome.